Hey, everybody. What's going on? What's hot? What's hip? What's happening? What is shaking on your Friday? You made it. It's over. You made it. You're here. Tonight's an Ask Me Anything. Of course, as always on the Tom Gully Show's Ask Me Anything, just because you ask doesn't mean I have to answer. Hey, we might play some old TV commercials, too, that I did during the early 2000s. We may have some surprise guests. I don't know. Funky Bronco is drunk. He announced that upon entering the room. And, man, just relax, ride it out, I guess. I don't know. Barely making it. Ooh, get in a prone position and relax. And we're going to take you through it. Okay, Funky Bronco, we're going to get you through this. Okay. But if you hurl, I might open the phone lines. It's all good. Don't worry. Okay, I'm done worrying. Hey, you know what? Like, share, subscribe, notification bell, retweet, all the free things that serve the almighty algorithm, the all-powerful algorithm. We have super chats and memberships if you'd like to avail yourselves of them. We do have a monetary goal to reach every day. That goal is any amount of money. And please read the crawl at the bottom and turn on your gifted memberships. And you know what? You could get a freebie. And who doesn't like one of those? We'll get through it together. We'll get through it together. One of my good friends from the Pot Awful Cult is asking, okay, Tom, my first question, what age did you lose your virginity? Hi, welcome to Pedantic Town. What do you consider losing your virginity? Is it the big Monongahela, or is it a lesser thing? We got the whole Bill Clinton thing to consider, okay? Ask him anything, but don't expect the answer you would want, says Lucas Malago. He lost it in the Bronze Age. Well, that's when. It's still not my age. Boy, there's my good friend, Hard Archivist. I saw your posting the other day there, buddy. I saw your posting. You have been to the condo for Bushmills. You're the only person. You're the only person in this whole chat right now that has met me in person, corporeal, the whole thing. You know? So I want one of those T-shirts, let's talk. You probably gave instructions on how to get them and whatever, but trust me, I love your T-shirt, so I want one. Funky Bronco says, Zelda Wintermeyer, you pervert, and then laughing. Oh, penetration. I'm still a virgin on that. Not sure I'm tracking. I'm sorry, I'm being intentionally obsequious. 17. Let's see here. Rumple Trenchcoat says, evening, folks. Evening, Rumple Trenchcoat. If you haven't visited Rumple Trenchcoat, the Columbo podcast on YouTube, you need to do that. You can find free episodes, Columbo, on, I think, Tubi. There's ads in them. Watch one, especially the first 10 episodes, or 12 or 13. He may be up to 14 now. And then we'll watch his show, and you'll really be happy. David O'Neill. Hi, I'm Tom Gully. Let me tell you about getting batteries thrown at me at a Costa Rican soccer match. Happy to be here. Yeah, that did happen. They throw things. We played a stadium. I was playing goalkeeper, and the fence behind the goal is only about 3 yards behind the goal. So the Costa Rican fans were throwing big industrial bolts and nuts and Coke cans that were smashed, and they would go by you. So instead of getting to play on your line, you had to walk 15 yards in front. Anyway, Funky Bronco says, the Tom Gully Show questions, other than Peter North, who were you a fan of? You said you worked at Hustler. I feel like Hustler was a sleaziest mag, like Penthouse had class. You're right about all of those things. I don't know if I was a fan of anybody. You know, they were just there. Zelda Wintermeyer, was she hot? Yeah. It depends on what you consider hot, I guess, of course. I worked with her in McDonald's. She's older. Rumble Trenchcoat says, Tubi, free with ads. Awesome. Awesome. Tom Byron, TT Boy, Randy West, Randy Spears, John Doe. Yeah, you must be drunk. I'm not a fan of any of those individuals. We're just there, you know. And I'm not a fan of ramen noodles. They're just there. We have SG Fanboy in the room. Oh, look. Just 4 years later, after that fateful night. Let's see. SG Fanboy's in the room. He's done a wonderful job on a number of things. Why don't we just walk you through them real quick? Oh, yeah. It's a madhouse in here. Funky Bronco says, but, you know, pre-Viagra, that there was like only 10 main guys. Yeah, Funky, dude, I know you're interested in this subject, but I'm just not. Just, you know, doing a show. Funky Bronco, ladies and gentlemen. SG Fanboy was responsible for this as well. He was also responsible for this, which is very appropriate, as this is allegedly the last day John Melendez will be on the internet. Oh, you know, I'll come back once in a while just to brighten the place up. Rumpled Podcast is greeting. We do have the most cheerful chat room on the internet, as verified by independent sources. Damn, Tom. Hot cheeks. Oh, you like that? Like that there? Look at that. Yeah, you didn't want any of that guy. That guy wasn't very friendly on the soccer field. Hot legs, gimme. Thank you, Gene. Wow, ego booster tonight. Funky Bronco says, what SJ new job he bragging about? I'm too drunk to care. Nobody knows. It's supposed to be 6 figures, but technically $1,000 is 6 figures if you include the 0.00. Who knows? Who cares? It's going to be just a wall of nonsense. So Jared says, up fingers now. You have to close your eyes during the stream. And let's just say Jared has closed his eyes during a stream many times in his life. Jared's a good egg. Jared's a good lad. Zelda Windermeyer says, I wish I was that girl she didn't steal it, and that's extremely flattering, but you should probably trade up on that. True. He has closed his eyes during his... Oh, boy. Shouting out from the 817. Shouting out from the 214, probably for her. Shouting out from the 214 is one of my Dallas homies. Turkatron. Did I dox you there? Or have we talked about that on the air live and everybody? I don't know. If I did, I'm sorry. I'll Tekken forces. Are you stopping over for January 6th, part 2 after the alleged election, Tom? Stopping over on the place that, yeah. I can do that. I'll be watching all of that. Just old news habit. What am I smoking? Right now I got a Lucky Strike Red 100. And I shouldn't be. Bob Levy got me started again. Good egg. Now I know where Ray DeVito stole that phrase from. Now he stole it from like every movie made in the 1930s. Turkatron says, yeah, I'm a 214 gal. That's one of the things I like about Turkatron, man, she's old school Dallas. old school Dallas. The area, well, no, I'm not going to do that. Gene1313 says, Bob is a bad influence on you. Yes. Yes. And it's subtle, the way Bob can affect you. I mean, it is subtle. I was out driving the Jag today because I needed to pick up some groceries. And without even thinking about it, I was at PetSmart trying to buy a long dog. There's puddled chicken cooking right now. I didn't think. Funky Bronco says, do you ever go to Austin, Texas? I used to live there and loved it. I used to go there a lot. But Austin ain't what it used to be. It's gotten all highfalutin. They used to have T-shirts and bumper stickers that said, keep Austin weird. And they didn't. There are some places, and I do go to Austin to see Dale Watson at the Continental Club. That's a probably every 6 months pilgrimage. What else do I go there for? Not as often as I used to. Zelda says, Tom, I can't believe you're smoking now. I quit for such a long time, and incidentally, I only smoke, it's weird, I only smoke when I'm on the air. I quit after. Well, if Bob and I are talking about something before or after the show, yeah, I'll smoke. Turkatron, do you like coleslaw? Who doesn't? I hate it. Funky Bronco, Bob actually helped me get off Xanax. Gave me his personal phone number. Yeah, Bob's is that kind of guy, man. Not only will he give you the advice, he knows that it works. He's a good guy. He really is. They still have those T-shirts and stickers. I'll bet they do. Hell yeah. Hell yeah, Jared. Hell yeah. Funky Bronco says, I thought you said you run and stuff. It's hard to, yeah, it so is. It is. It rained today, so I didn't do any anyway. But Rumple Trenchcoat, you'll know Bob got to you too much when the moon starts messing with you. Or when square ice just isn't good enough anymore. Terry says, I never get notice. Well, I'm not in charge of that. I'm sorry. I don't know if you have a Facebook account, but I guess you could try and get your notice from Facebook and then come over here. But Terry, if you tell me a way, I know you probably don't want to give up your digits, but an email address, something. I think I've got you on Twitter. I'll DM you on Twitter because I want you here. Because if I have a stroke, you're one of the few people that will know what to do. And if I run short, I'm pretty sure you'll have a spare pair of support hose. Zelda says, okay, Tom, my second question. How bad does manscaping get as you get older? Okay. Outstanding question. Outstanding question. When you get older, the manscaping, and I played sports and stuff, so I was always scaped in the places that, and so two things happen. It's the same chore, pretty much, but the coverage area gets bigger. And you get hair in places that you didn't have it to deal with before. Inside the nose and the ears, most prominent. Most prominent. And that's a shocker when you first realize it. You're shaving, you turn your, what the hell? Is there a spider in my ear? There's hair there. So you got, so there's just the little extra chores with the little tool for it. And otherwise, it's the same thing. It's kind of the same thing. And then the weird thing happens. There's probably a medical name for it. Where Like my hair here has got just a little gray in it here and there, not much. So do my eyebrows. So you gotta, and that happened first, and then so you're, okay, is anywhere else gonna, one of those guys gonna get on board, and then you realize, well, those are the places they're probably sending the most testosterone, so it'll take longer. But it's weird. Let's see. Oh, here. Did you ever come to Pennsylvania? What are you referring to, Ariana May? I've been to Pennsylvania, I think. Well, I drove through it several times when I was going out to the East Coast in college. But other than just driving through it, I've only been there once, and I've been to the airport. Just the one time at the airport. That airport's a crap hole, too, by the way. But somebody told me they redid it, but I'm not buying it. So, no, not particularly. Boat Boy says, love you, love the show. Back at you, Boat. Shouting out from the place you and I both know where you live that would make it seem like we were really friends, but I can't say it here because it's doxing. Terry Nee has shattered our goal this morning of $1. We have reached our goal of any amount of money, but as I keep telling Terry, goals were meant to be broken. So if you guys would like to set a record tonight, or if not, that's totally fine. People saying hi. Terry Nee says, I'd give you my digits. Terry, I know you're getting older, but when a very lightly regarded media personality like myself says, I know you don't want to give up your digits, what they're really saying is, I don't want to give you mine, and I'm sort of letting us both off the hook so we don't have to have that talk. And now we've had the talk. You know what I could do? I could call you on my show line before the show, which I'd be willing to do. Or I could just yell out the window really loud. Boat has been a member for 5 months. Says, love you, love the show. Back at you, bro. Julian Caesar says, you've seen his square hair. The carpet matches the drapes. Funky Bronco says, are you retired? If so, why not? Well, I like to work, you know. And there's, if I'll say this, if the remote thing was not a thing for my past, it's not inconceivable that I would take an in-office job again. But I'm just saying I love to work, and I do it from home. So that's the real reason why. But sometimes people call me and they're interested maybe in this position, and they get all squirrely about, well, we do require to be in office, blah, blah, blah. And a lot of places are, and I'm like, well, I don't really care, but my main response to, would you mind working in the office 5 days a week, is, why don't we talk about the salary? Because that affects my price. And if I give you a figure knowing I have to come in the office 5 days a week, believe me, I've made it worth my while. And if you don't want to do that, I don't care. See ya. Let's see. Luck of the Blind and Night Creep says, itchy posterior hairs suck, huh? I don't really have an issue there. DJ says, do you think Ray DeVito is an actual handicapped person, or is he just playing a character? I don't know, man. Ray's one of those guys that could be on the spectrum, or he could just be not that bright. I don't know. There's something going on there. And I fluctuate on Ray because Ray goes from making perfect sense to being completely irrational. So He's one of those guys, you know, I don't know what to do with him. Terry Nee says, the airport. Oh, I was waiting for the correction post. I mean, I'm assuming he's saying the airport, big state. Yeah, The Wolf says, hello, folks, and I have bad news for my good friend, the archivist. Now there are 2 people that have actually met me in person in real life. Reno Hightower, are we going for 6 hours tonight? Asking for a friend. I doubt it. Ariana May says, Philly Airport? If so, yeah, it's still trash. Turkatron says, are we back on for medieval times? Yes. Yes. Yeah, we are. We certainly are. Digit between my legs. You set me up. Zelda says, okay, we reached the goal. Now let's get to the content we all want. Well, you guys got to ask me questions. Tom, I do a lot to get your number. Well, you'd have to. I bet you smoke cigs during your job. Well, if I'm at home and I want to, I guess. Terry Nee says, Philly Airport is awful. I'll pay an extra $300 to fly out of Harrisburg. You know what else? I've never been in an airport that has like a low ceiling on it everywhere. Food court, lobbies, gates. It's like why didn't you guys? It's really terrible. And then also you're in Philadelphia, so they have all these people with, and by the way, I don't know if it's still up or not, or if it's on Patreon. There's a traveling video I did, and there's a bunch of traveling videos, but one of them is the one we went through Philadelphia, and I just started taking pictures, of the people, and they all had these industrial strength hairdos and just really kind of weathered faces, and it was the thing. Rumple Trenchcoat says, so what's your favorite episode of Columbo? You know I had to ask. You know I had to ask. Yes, you know I had to ask. That's such a hard question, but one of my really favorites is the one with Ross Martin in it. I love that one. I mean, I seriously, so much about it that I love. But I would have to say it's going to be one of the Robert Culp episodes. And I just don't know which one. I think he was in 3 or 4 of them. But I guess the private security one's pretty good. And then, well, what's his name? The Eddie Albert one might be my favorite. I'd have to say, just sitting here talking through it, Eddie Albert might be my favorite one. In fact, I kind of think it is. But that's a tough question. Dead Weight, I think that one was called. But Eddie Albert. Give me the Eddie Albert. H2BH. What does that mean? Well, Zelda, it means happy to be here. Rumple Trenchcoat says, hiya, Wolf. Terry says, I've hung Rick Ray a few times. He's smart. And well, that's the other thing is, when all this Stuttering John really have a diploma crap was going on, all these people were, this guy doesn't have a diploma for high school. This guy doesn't have this. Blah, 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 blah. And lost in all that is, for me, and I was a Dean's List student, Ray DeVito, to my knowledge, is the only Dabbleverse regular outside maybe Dr. Steve that has a secondary degree. The guy's got an MBA. And I don't care where it came from. That's something. You don't get an MBA by let's no. Cool. Philly Airport is like moldy and gross. Okay, everybody's wanting to see something. You guys want me to show you an old commercial? I'm going to show you an old commercial that I did like 20 years ago. All these commercials, I shot them, I wrote them, I edited them. In many instances, I voiced them. And now I have the hiccups, and it's going to suck for the rest of the show. For the rest of the show, we are condemned to sucking because of my hiccups. Unless they didn't take... Here, hold on. Also, it's going to take forever for my good friends at StreamYard to open up the interface to get to all this. So I'll sit back and relax. I think Bob's going on the air tomorrow at 4 p.m. with Perry. I don't know if there's an early morning show for Bob tomorrow or not. Joey C. Here, I wrote this down. Joey C. will be debating a fake Stuttering John, a Stuttering John impersonator, on Poe on the Go here on YouTube at 8 Eastern tomorrow night. Poe on the Go. P-O-E on the go. Yes. I kind of love my good friends at StreamYard. I can't even move the window so I can see what's going on under there. You know what I mean? But bear with me and everything will be cool. Oh, here we are. Which one do I want to show first? I don't know whether I should go worst to first or... Let's go worst to first. This is easily the worst commercial of them all. It's only on this list so that I could play it and you could hear the voiceover. Here you go. Let me get this into my studio. Hide that.
The city of Winchester and Winchester Speedway team up to bring you the Winchester, the first annual National Modified Classic. Over 100 cars expected to compete for a historic $50,000 purse. On Saturday, see qualifying and elimination races. Gates open at 4 p.m. Then on Sunday, be treated to 2 thrilling 50-lap semi-features to narrow the field of 32 for the final 50-lap shootout. Be there for the Winchester, the first annual National Modified Classic at Winchester Speedway, the world's fastest half-mile.
Okay, pretty crappy commercial, pretty standard, you know. You're going to see it everywhere. It's crap. Now, here's a commercial that's trying to be super fancy. Super fancy. I shot this one on 16 millimeter. And the quality of this might suck really bad. But so like when you sit down, you have to write this pithy copy and it kind of makes you sick, but because you're a writer and you love to write, you like, no, I can try and make, anyway, here it is. Come on.
The heart of the bullseye lies not in the arrow, but in the skillful eye of the archer. Thomas P. Miller and Associates possesses this kind of vision. Insight that can power economic development, maximizing the potential of human capital. The vision of Thomas P. Miller and Associates.
We possess insight that builds assets through knowledge and innovation.
Yeah. You got to keep in mind that I was here in Dallas. Well, anyway, I was working for like 7-Eleven and Slurpee and all these places, and I had retainer contracts with all these places and big national advertising agencies, and then this little cable outlet that they have to produce commercials for their local advertisers. Contracted me to do all of these spots. And so I was going from $250,000 photo shoot to, hey, we have about $700 to do this commercial or no money at all or whatever else. So anyway, We'll get to some more of those later. Let's see. Coat. The warmer. Funky Bronco says, Philly Airport is like moldy and gross. It is. It's like the drop-down ceiling has those brown condensation spots in the particle board, and it's just not good. But I've been to a lot of airports like that. They redo them, and then they're beautiful. Tampa Airport used to be terrible. Now it's freaking fabulous. Reno says, we've reached the let's talk April and Nick. Sorry, wrong show. Philly robs the state. Philly robs everybody. He always has. Reno, the wolf says, sounds like Philly isn't the place to go. Can you kids excuse me for somebody time this? I'm going to say 4.5 seconds. How'd I do? It's not like I'm the equalizer and I'm looking at my... what's the best thing about living in Texas? Oh, God. There's just too many. You're in Texas. Pick something. The weather, the women, the food, the music. Some people may not like it. I love it. I want some more of it. I've tried so hard, but I can't rise above it. Suitable for framing. It's my favorite. Yes, very good. Yes. Ross Martin, taken from us far too soon. Leaving Texas. Hey, what, you person? Terry, I hope sometime you get to come down here, man. It's a whole different thing down here. Trust me. You know, I'll see you in Houston if you ever get out that way. I'll see you in Dallas, but I won't have long to stay. If you're ever out west, son. Anyway. My good friend Eric Harrison, long-time viewer of the show, very funny man, is here. Evening, Tom. Evening, everyone else. I believe Eric's lovely wife has been in here before. Death Lends a Hand. Yes, the Culp Detective Agency is a really good one. I love Robert Culp in anything. So, what was the Robert Culp was in a really good Western series, black and white. I want to say it was called Track Down or Tracker or Rundown. Only on a couple of seasons. It was really good. Skull. Oh, so I like the somber skull. Just cracked a cold one open. Well done. Here we go again. Boomer. Turn off your ad blockers. Tom's showing commercials. Zelda has blown me a kiss. Funky Bronco says, that sounds dumb. I don't know what you're referring to. And on this show, it could be anything. David O'Neill says, can you say some kind words for my friend, Comedy Shaman? His girlfriend broke up with him, and he's been manic depressive ever since. Happy to be here. I don't really know what to say, because for a while, I knew of one boyfriend, and I'm good friends with him. He's the greatest. He might speak with an accent. And I know then there was another boyfriend, and maybe there's a new one still, but a nice word for Comedy Shaman. Comedy Shaman, you really watch a lot of shows. And then he knows about them. And a lot of people don't, and he does. Funky Bronco says, the real Stuttering John is boring. What on fakes? Sounds like Tom. Can you call Terry's wife and get him the typewriter with the really big letters? Thanks. Rumpled Trenchcoat says, hey, Comedy Shaman, sorry to hear that. Hang in there. It'll get better. Those of you who know the Comedy Shaman, like myself, are aware that there's really no guarantee it's going to get better. The Wolf says, love the sound of the modified cars. Oh, aren't they great? Zelda, I actually got to drive on that racetrack. It's kind of cool. It's pretty banked because it's only a half mile. And Jeff Gordon, Mark Martin, the drivers that have come out of there, Tony Stewart, incredible. Zelda Wintermeyer says, well, I slipped out of seat. What happened? Echo. Oh, the spots are echoing? Damn. I'll fix that next time around. Although the TP Miller, spot, the echo probably helped. And the other spot, it probably helped. Be there Sunday, where the big ones run. See the Joey Chitwood Thrill Car team. We'll have Truckosaurus with free hot dogs for the kids. Julian Caesar says that guy looked like Brian Carum. Yelling at neighbors. Can't. Just the ice cream guy. I don't think I got through all of the, Galumbo. Who doesn't love Galumbo, right? Love this one. Me and Falling Down. Well done, SG. A lot of people think this is the best one ever. Until, of course, they see this one, which was the runaway winner in our poll. Yes, the Scarlet Witch Tom Gully is quite popular with viewers. Ariana May says, Philly's not that bad if you ignore all the crackheads. Social diseases aren't bad if you ignore all the pus. The Wild, Wild West. Yes. One of my faves. Hey, Wolf, I think we can both agree that the character of Miguelito Loveless on The Wild Wild West was very perv. Extremely perv. Reno says, number one thing about Texas, it's not Oklahoma. There is a dude right there that understands. Terry Nee says, I will take the train to Philadelphia for a direct flight somewhere. Well, train's good. I like the train. Jared says, Shaman found Opie and Anthony a decade after they were out there. Yeah, he does these really intense, almost like a college class in depth, not in intellect, examinations of all these shows. And God bless the guy. He wrote me a super long Discord message about the things I did on the air, what my show was about. He's committed. He's committed. Shaman also lost his girlfriend to the Pickle Man. That's a real Peyton place over there at that Pot Awful cult, let me tell you. This is worse than Temptation Island. They're just trading places and... okay, what do we got here? Oh, Jared with the hammer. Is that a ham? Oh, that's a pickle. That's a guy with a pickle. Sorry about that. David Lena said, Tom, what do you say about the claims that you're stealing Texas valor? Can you? Is that even possible? I'm just very pro-Texas. I don't think most people I know in Texas are pro-Texas, so I'm denying those claims. Lucas Malgo says, it's hard out there for the shaman. Hey, it's hard being a shaman. I got 99 problems, but having teeth ain't one. Tom is so literal. Annoying. I'm very literal and very pedantic, man. I really am. I've always been that way. I'm sorry. Does slow and steady really win the race? Not always. Ever been to the Indy 500? I have. SG. Isn't SG the best? I mean, seriously, isn't he just the best? Culp has 153 credits. Were you thinking of Track Down? That's the one I was thinking of. That's the one. I think did I say Track Down? Was that one of the ones I said? Rundown, Tracker, Track Down. Yeah, it was in the neighborhood. Ariana May says, is there somewhere you haven't been that you really want to go? You're going to give me a second. I had 7,000 really off-color responses just went into my brain at once, so it's going to take a second. I've actually been really lucky. When I was young, I got to travel to Europe and to Asia, and then, subsequently, I got to travel to Asia, Australia, New Zealand. I went to the Arctic Circle. And then here in the United States, once I started working professionally, sort of in my college years, I did all that traveling. And shortly thereafter, but in my professional career, once I started getting higher up in the big ad agencies, I went everywhere. I've been to all 48 states, all that. So it's not really a place, there's nowhere that's screaming out. There's maybe some places I like to go back to, but not really anywhere that I've been. That I haven't. There's nowhere that I would like to go to that I haven't been. There's places that are sort of destinational that pop up, but I don't know what they are. It's like I'll hear that there's a Western cowboy weekend in Stevensville, Texas. I'm making this up. And I'll think, I'd like to go see that. And I'll just go out there. And so anyway, thank you for asking the question. Sorry I babbled. Sorry I can't speak today. Sorry, 152 credits. And you guys thought I was literal. Meet the wolf. The wolf has very exacting things, and I love that about him. That's why we get along, is we're both into the real, actual, factual thing. The shaman is a meth writer. Meth writer. His hand and his ribs and he's all alone. He's got a girlfriend and she's with the pickle man. He got her off a British guy and now she's his and she's going out the front door. He's crying because he's just a meth writer. Reno Hightower says, you can't steal Texas valor as long as you have the Lone Star spirit. I agree, Reno. I really do. Also, the rifle. Well, of course he was on the rifleman. Please, come on. What do you think? Sammy Davis Jr. was on the rifleman, for crying out loud. Urquit, what's your go-to bump in the night firearm? Excellent question. I am armed unless I'm in the shower or in bed. If I'm in my house and I definitively hear something, I'm probably going to put my concealed carry somewhere on my person, but I'm going to first have in my hands to use the shotgun. Just because of kind of the way my house is and where I would be, cover, angle, distance. So that's what I would choose to use. And I'm a little weird in that a lot of people would probably use 12 gauge. I don't use 12 gauge. I use 16 gauge. Less of a recoil, so I can retarget and fire again very quickly. And at the distances you're likely to find in a house, I don't have to tell you. My concealed carry is a Glock 43, and my concealed carry is, so like the Glock 43, I won't always conceal carry. I might have things on my person or whatever that wouldn't make sense. I might be in a situation where that would give me printing, and I don't want that. My other one is ankle, and it is a Beretta 21A. And so that one, nobody can see. Nobody ever knows it's there. And it's so easy to carry. It's so convenient. So there you go. But bump in the night, I'd probably say the shotgun to start with. And that, I don't know. It just depends. I prefer, a lot of people don't, but I do prefer a shotgun in a closed environment. Some people say that the length of the barrel is a problem, getting around corners, and get the shortest barrel you can. I mean, mine is a tactical shotgun anyway. So, I'm holding it here. I can back, forth, whatever. It's a lot of police departments use the one that I have. So, talk too long about that. Did you have any trick-or-treaters last night? Absolutely none. Jared says, I enjoy the Beretta 1301 TAC. It is a good one. Do you pick up your feet in Poughkeepsie? You're damn straight I do. And in Puxatawny. You guys want to see some more commercials? The Wolf's going to like two of these commercials. Two of these commercials are like, okay, so that's that. We played that one and that one. Let's just do a quick hit. This was just editing. They gave me a bunch of footage at lunchtime. I think I had this done in an hour and a half. There's no budget whatsoever. We used footage that they already had and everything else. So check it out. It's sports. Hopefully you guys can live through it. Come on.
Are you ready for some basketball?
Wrong spot. We'll show that one. That one's going to be the last one that I show. Sorry, I screwed that up. I'll fix it up for you in a jiffy. This is a different sports one. Although that one I also had found footage and no budget, but I'll get into that in a second. It's actually a cool story.
Are you ready for some basketball?
Okay, that's my fault. I converted that file and named it the wrong thing. Because I'm stupid. I'm all stupid. Let me see here. That being the case, we'll finish with that. Here's a different spot. I think, I know a lot of you guys like to drink. And so here's 3 30-second spots that I did for a local chain of liquor stores in Muncie, Indiana, for no money at all. No money at all. Here you go. Come on.
Hi, my name's Chris. And this is my cooler.
Hi, I'm April, and this is my cooler.
Hi, I'm James. This is my cooler.
Hi, I'm Rick. This is my cooler.
Did I just see a polar bear?
It's colder than my ex-girlfriend's heart.
It's a little slice of Siberia in here.
It might snow.
This is my forklift. It can lift lots of beer.
Bud Light, Bud Ice, Michelob Light.
And it does lift lots of beer. This is a really cool place.
This is the wine at our Tilson store.
James knows his wine.
I can get you any wine that you want. The selection is huge. Muncie Liquors is the place for wine. These are my videos.
I told James to get rid of those videos.
Just trying to get rid of them.
We do not sell videos.
Come in for the wine, then buy one of my movies. There's 7 left. Sorry.
In the 16 years I've worked here, I've seen thousands of customers.
I can tell when someone's not 21. If their ID's fake, I tell them so.
We will confiscate their ID, put it on the board, and ask them to leave.
And if they give us any trouble beyond that, we'll call the police on them.
They usually get the message then.
We work with the state excise.
They come in our stores at sometimes a half an hour notice and work behind our counters.
Hello?
Hello, McFly.
Here's some good advice.
Don't even try.
We really don't want to see them until they're 21.
Okay. At the end of the world, but for a little chain, whatever. No money. Schlepping a camera in there. Okay, let me see here. I think I got rid of the echo. Let's see. But I'm sorry about that. I knew better. This is same deal. Really cool blues location. One of the really more unique blues venue in the country. And they had no money. They had, I think, a tornado or something had hit them. They rebuilt, and this poor guy, Charlie, is just trying to get this thing back on its feet. And so we went out there to Red Key, and I wrote some spots that I thought might bring out the character of the place and him. This guy was a scream.
Are you feeling broke? So broke. Why, you're like a penny waiting on change. So broke that you can't even pay attention. Well, my friends, you got the blues. And the only way to get the blues any better is to visit the historic Key Palace Theater, one of the nation's top blues venues. So come on out to Red Key and get the blues at the Key Palace Theater. Oh, yeah. You get the blues, all right.
So the harp in the background of that was played by moi. And I think these other twos too.
Has your old lady ever left you right after you lost your job and you stepped on a rusty nail in the pouring down rain? Well, my friends, you got the blues. And the only way to get the blues any better is to visit the historic Key Palace Theater. The Key Palace showcases all the top blues performers. So come on out to Red Key and get the blues at the Key Palace Theater. You get the blues, all right. Has your old man run out on you and he left all the bills with you? And he took the last roll of toilet paper and you just ate Mexican food? Well, my friends, you got the blues. And the only way to get the blues any better is to visit the historic Key Palace Theater. The Key Palace showcases all the top blues performers. So come on out to Red Key and get the blues at the Key Palace Theater.
Anyway, I think there's just one more to torture you with. Bagada bum bum bam. You get the blues, all right. Oh, you get the blues, all right. Charlie Hopper. You get the blues, all right, Charlie Hopper. All right. Now, this deserves a little intro. Yeah. Love Ball State basketball. Never going to forget 1990 when our cardiac Cardinals went to the round of 16 and took eventual national champion Nevada, Las Vegas to the final shot. Chandler Thompson jumped over 3 UNLV players and threw down. The dude's 6'4". Anyway, they came to us with found footage. I went out and got the local gospel choir to write a pretty simple song that I wrote. And then I wrote some copy for the pastor there. And this particular campaign was the Cable Advertising Bureau's, it's like 2002 National Campaign of the Year.
Are you ready for some basketball?
Have you got your ticket? All set. Season tickets. Sorry, enough. Will you be there? I'll be there. Say it again, yeah. I'll be there. Be there. Be there. Be there. Be there. I will. Be there.
Be there.
In the game of basketball, Ball State basketball, like any church, we have rules. First, you got to show up ready for the service. Second, you cannot give up. And when you're up against it, you know you got to bear down. You got to rise up and say, "Not in my house." No obstacle shall stop us from our mission. Let the crowd say, amen. Basketball is like a religion. It has a house of worship, a place where we choose to gather and to celebrate. And in this house, we are tested, and the courageous emerge victorious. Inside this house, we are one family, united in a just cause. Basketball is like a religion. Come, celebrate Ball State basketball.
Hey, anyway, there's one other thing I want to show you guys, because I want a ass load of awards for this. And this, this is when, I don't know that you guys care, but in advertising, if you do something like this, and it gets huge amounts of industry attention, your salary is like times 5. And I still don't understand that. But anyway, I did this, and some people like it. Some people don't. I don't know if you'll even be able to see it properly. Here we go. Let me do this, see if this works. There you go. Enjoy that. That is, I worked on the Bell helicopter account. So when the product benefit is death of the other person, it's really fun to write ads. It super is. Anyway, let's get through some of your chats here. You've seen enough of my dumb stuff. Someday I just stumbled on like this pocket of old work. So I'll bring some more of it in and whatever and stuff and things, and you know. Oh, by the way, like, share, subscribe, retweet, notification bell. Please do all those things to help us with the almighty algorithm. And then we do have super chats and membership. You can avail yourself of those. We do a goal every day. It's already been met. It's $1, and that's where we're at. Yeah. Also, if somebody gift memberships, make sure they're turned on. It tells how down there. Right down now. Okay, so are you a Halloween Scrooge? Look, Ariana, I don't like Halloween right now. I like the Halloween because I'm old and Terry's going to make fun of me. When it was at nighttime, there was vandalism. And now trunk or treat, really? And also some people go way too overboard on Halloween, but that's true of all holidays. So the Wolf says 12 gauge with 4 very large ports right behind the bead. It takes care of that recoil. I know. Can I just do it my way once in a while, Kim? Can I? Freshman year of college, the Wolf was there to tell me the error of my ways quite frequently. Oh, what was I going over here for? Oh, I know it. I got to get rid of it. Stupid. I hate the echo cancellation being on because my mic has an audio limiter on it when that's on. And anyway. Remember the echo. Yes, we yelled at the Santa Ana. So nice. Got played twice. Echo, echo, echo. Classic. This is Maltout ads. Echo's fixed. The Wolf says, yes, they can. I got boozed there many times as an 18-year-old. Well, see, Wolf, there's so many things at play there. Number one, who's going to ask you for your ID? Nobody. Secondly, they may have changed management in the 20 years since you were buying booze there. So I'm just saying. Mr. Plinkett says our good friend Rumpled Trenchcoat, beloved everywhere he goes. The Wolf says, no store or club ever carded me. You ain't saying nothing slick to a can of oil, man. I was like, hey, we need a fifth of Jack Daniels, 2 cases of Bud, blah, 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 and then going, and Wolf goes in, comes out with a hockey bag full of booze. Not joking. Also, one time over in the nerd dormitory, I saw the Wolf. I'm not joking here. This is not a joke. Run up 4 flights of stairs with a full keg on his shoulder. Now, I wasn't lightning fast, but I did play Division I sports, and I am trying as hard as I can to stay up with him. And he's at least a half of, there's 2 sets of steps that make a flight. He's 1 set of steps in front of me the whole time, and getting a little further, but then it was only 4 stories, so. Love the overweight toad with the Spitz-covered cigar. Isn't he great? A house of worship. Yeah, dude, you sound like AI. It's something about your cadence. I'm sorry, Scott. Is that the Scott that is that my, it's not my Australian friend Scott, is it? Here's my Australian friend Scott. Well, when Henry Ford invented the automobile, well, most people don't know this, the automobile was actually invented in Australia. It was a variant, it had to be improved. Well, what was it? It was a wagon. Everything is Australia. Everything. Let's see here. $1 is nothing. Rumpled trench coat. Good Lord. Thank you so much. The man himself, Rumpled trench coat, responsible for 99%, I think, of the Tom Gully Show membership. Thank you so much, Rumpled. You're great, man. Thank you. Rumpled says, damn, but it is a pretty sweet helicopter. Isn't it, though? The things I could tell you about that helicopter that are just amazing. I don't want to bore everybody in here, but there's the capabilities of that are amazing. When I worked at Bell, they got this big ass building, and you go in it, you go up an elevator, and then you walk onto this. It's a floor, but it's an entire floor, but it's a platform kind of, because it split down. Like, imagine an entire floor is split down the middle. Okay, so on the platform side of that floor, there are cockpits of like 5 Bell helicopters, different kinds, and then behind those cockpits is a room with I think it was 12 computer screens. And those are manned by people that are creating battlefield opposition. Where do they see it? Well, at the end of that platform, you're staring, computer guys are behind you, you're staring at this giant wall in front of you. Giant. It's kind of like in the X-Men movies when Dr. X goes out on that platform and he can see where all of the mutants are. Same deal. There's a platform sticking out. They roll these cockpits onto that platform, hook them up to the computers. The 2 people, they're normally warrant chiefs. One of them is the pilot. One of them is the navigator. They get in. These people back there are creating opposition soldiers, anti-aircraft, tanks, you name it, other planes for the simulation. These guys get in the helicopter and they start going. When they bank, if you're standing on that platform, this 80-foot wall high, the whole thing turned and you actually, people have fallen down because this wall is amazing. Absolutely amazing. That helicopter, ask me at the end of the show or whatever, I will tell you some crap about that helicopter that will blow your mind. It is so cool. And when I did that poster, I went to the first flight, and I want to say his name is Jim Johnson or James Johnson or John Johnson, but he was the chief Marine guy, this big general dude. And he comes up to me, because those posters are everywhere. And he comes up to me and just goes, "So you're the bloodthirsty son of a bitch that made my beautiful poster." I said, "Yeah, I am." What are you going to say to the guy? Can you stream the WAN show? That's live now. I don't know what that show is, but I can stream Supercars, Scott. I'll be glad to stream Supercars. People saying hi to everybody. Yeah, doctor, yeah. Wow. BF is cheap. BF is on candy, right? High on candy tonight? Man, I tell you what. BF, his show is flying. You watch that show and it's just like, okay, and we're going to do this, and we're going to do this, and this person says that, and that, and we're happy to do it for you here today on BF Live, 3 hours of original content, Monday through Friday. No other show brings you that. Now we're going to bring you for the... He's moving. His show moves along. I didn't start watching his show till 2 or 3 weeks ago, and middle of the day, kind of hanging out, working, eating lunch, whatever. That thing, I can't tell you how many times I've looked up at the clock and gone, there's only 20 minutes left, because it's just moving. That show, it's moving. Tempted by the fruit of another, tempted, but the truth is discovered. What's been going on? Now that you have gone, there's no other. I'm tempted to open up the phone lines right now. I get tempted in this manner many, many times. But rarely do people. Is there another show coming on right now? I didn't see any earlier. Unless hiccups, damn. Unless Replayables is coming on. Okay, now they're coming. The hiccups. I'd get rid of them, but I'd have to stop the show. Okay, Shuli's on. So I'm going to let you guys out of here. I was going to say we'd mess around for a while, but look to me like Shuli's on. Fella like me, well, I kind of like watching a little Shuli on Friday night. The wolf says there's nothing better than being called bloodthirsty. All right, that's going to do it. Maybe there'll be a thing this weekend. I don't know, man. You know, it's a weekend or whatever. Gina is... I'm PCL. Is Gina on PCL right now, Terry Nee? Because if Gina's on PCL right now, I'm not even playing the outro to this. We're just gone, baby. I forgot I asked Terry Nee. He's got to put the readers back on. And then Gina is in Perry's apartment. Everybody, I will see you at Perry Caravello Live. You won't even see my comments. They move by so fast. Hey, you guys have been so incredibly awesome. Really, you're the best. Thank you, Terry Nee, for shattering our goal tonight. Boat, always love to see you. And then Rumpled Trench Coat. Dude, if ever I can do anything, don't hesitate to ask. See you there. Nice. Guys, we got to get over there. I'm just going to end the show. I'm going to do it. I'm going to end it Bob Levy show style. Till next time. We'll see you.